as he makes his way to the ring for a big main event here tonight. A man who's been all over the world, Chris, wrestled in some of the best companies. We're very honoured to have him as part of Tamashii.
Elite talent, Andrew Rose, elite talent.
Making his way to the ring, representing AEW's The Factory, weighing in at 85 kilograms from San Francisco, California, Aaron Solo!
An incredible talent, Aaron Solo. Been all over the world, and here he is in Sydney, Australia. But he is facing an Australian icon.
And his opponent.
We've talked about athletes that have wowed in Australia. We've talked about athletes that have wowed in Japan. This man has done it all. Multiple-time champion in both countries and in New Japan. The sniper of the skies, Robbie Eagles, is in the building. And tonight, he headlines Tamashii one-on-one against Aaron Solo.
In the afterglow!
It's an honor every time we have the sniper of the skies in this country. We know what he represents in New Japan. He travels the world representing this country, and it is an honor every time we get him here, Chris.
And that is how you introduce Robbie Eagles, the sniper of the skies. Andrew Rose, well done, my friend. Marvellous introduction for an outstanding figure in Australian wrestling, an outstanding figure in global
It's
wrestling.
representing chaos from Jonestown, New South Wales, weighing in at 80 kilograms, the sniper of the skies, Robbie Eagles!
The icon of Australian wrestling. The man responsible for you and I even existing in this world of professional wrestling stands in this ring in front of Aaron Solo. And that is the respect this country gives Robbie Eagles, multiple-time NJPW champion over in New Japan, multiple-time PWA champion. Aaron Solo must be aware of what Robbie Eagles represents to this country. He must be aware. This is a huge main event for Solo to make a mark in Tamashii. And Chris, Robbie Eagles will be defending the honor of this country in this match.
He certainly will be, Rose, up against his American compatriot. But you're absolutely right, saying we would not be here for Robbie Eagles, so send him all your complaints.
Yes. It's all his fault.
Because we really do owe him everything.
Absolutely everything.
And it's brought us here to New Japan Tamashii, Rose, and we couldn't be more excited. What a privilege.
I'm absolutely honoured. If I told a young teenage me that I'd one day be calling a New Japan Tamashii show with you, I'd be absolutely appalled. But I'd still be honoured. What a great event these Tamashis are. They're growing every single time, and here we are at the main event, two of the best, Aaron Solo and Robbie Eagles one-on-one.
We got to see Aaron Solo at the last Sydney Tamashii show, Rose,
Yes.
at the recently rebranded Liberty Hall, and he put on an absolutely terrific performance.
He did. He impressed that crowd a lot. I think a lot of people really got behind him through the match. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic the crowd gives. He's already come out with a bit of an attitude. He knows this is a Robbie Eagles home crowd, and there's nothing more formidable than a Robbie Eagles home crowd. It's like playing the Perth Scorchers in Perth.
That's right. And you know why I love Aaron Solo, Rose. He has one of the most important prerequisites for me, for a professional wrestler.
The big WH.
Oh, yeah, the wet hair.
Wet hair.
I love it.
He loves wet hair. And Solo's got a good batch. Robbie Eagles now. I mean, this is a wheelhouse for Robbie Eagles now. Almost every competitor he's ever fought tries to ground him quickly. You know, shades of the velocities and speed force with how quick Robbie Eagles can be. The sniper of the skies, he will pick you apart bit by bit, and he'll do it in a blur. You'll barely even see it. You got to look up sometimes because he comes from above.
I can't tell you how many people who've come to their first ever Australian wrestling show, and I'd say, how did you find it? They say, well, I really enjoyed myself, but boy, I had time for that Robbie Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to explain why he is so loved in this country. He represents Australian wrestling. Every time he gets on a mic, every time he performs, he represents the absolute drive that we all strive to have in this country. He is one of the biggest flag bearers and ringleaders for the growth of Australian wrestling. If it wasn't for Robbie Eagles' success in New Japan, I don't even think Tamashii would be a reality right now. It's so hinged around his success that his country grows, and I hope one day he will look back on all the matches he has in this country and realizes that he's changed an industry, not just impressed fans, he has changed an industry. And right now he is telling the Tamashii fans to move. And right now, Robbie hits the ropes, look at it, oh no, Solo moves. Robbie goes to fly, and Solo moves.
Definitely not Solo's first rodeo, Rose.
No, he's been here before.
And what a pedigree, representing AEW's The Factory, but as you mentioned, Ring of Honor, NXT.
Oh, wow. I mean, that is one hell of a resume.
It sure is.
I tell you what, you just know that Solo is the goods. But obviously, being Australians and in our country, we're biased as hell. And Robbie Eagles is the man.
I believe that seat's actually given way there. Solo is being cradled by a happy fan.
The Tamashii fans have been great tonight. They've been up and involved. One guy got a bit too involved and I think slapped Cole Fletcher at one point.
I tell you what, the word will get out, Rose. They won't be able to fit him in this building next time Tamashii comes to
We're going to have to get a bigger venue.
That's right.
We're going to need a bigger boat. As the chops on the outside here, Robbie Eagles. You'd think Robbie Eagles as a high flyer would be more comfortable in the ropes, but he's an Australian. He knows how to brawl.
Oh, he's versatile. He's versatile.
You can put him in the outside a ring or outside any pub in this country and he'll throw punches.
That's right, and that's why he's a difficult scout.
Yeah.
Because he's not just going to do it one way. Oh, dear.
Speaking of scouting, Solo just scouted that beautifully. Robbie went for the springboard. Oh, my goodness. Solo kicked the ropes, Robbie slipped, and then he just sent him throat first on the second rope. That was extremely viscerally violent, Chris. Robbie could have crushed his larynx there. Is that right? Is the larynx in the throat?
Yes, you've done well.
Thank God. Solo's, once again, he knows he's in enemy territory. You need to embrace it almost in a way, and he is. But I'm a little bit worried about Robbie Eagles after that throat first on the second rope. I mean, to do the style that Robbie does, you need cardio. You need a lot of breath in those lungs. And if your throat's closed up, you're in big, big trouble. Again, almost a 5 count by the referee. The referees here at Tamashii, fantastic. They absolutely take control, don't they?
And brave.
Brave, yeah.
Maybe a bit crazy.
A little bit nuts. But absolutely keeps it in the form of the combat. You've got to expect that. A nice suplex by Solo, and he's now brought this match to his pace.
Oh, yeah, that was so canny by Solo.
Yeah.
I've never seen that done to Robbie Eagles before, taken out of his flow so precipitously like that.
Well, look at us. We were just talking. Here's a pin. Kick out at 2 by Robbie Eagles. The match continues. We were sitting here talking so confidently about Robbie Eagles. He's got it all under control. This is his backyard. You're going to have to really over-scout him to get any kind of advantage. And just like that, as we say, Aaron Solo scouts Robbie Eagles and gets the upper advantage. But here comes the heart of a Robbie Eagles. You think you can go blow for blow from him? I've never seen anyone go blow for blow with Robbie Eagles. Here's a pin by Solo, another shoulder charge. Kick out at 2 by Robbie Eagles. Former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, IWGP Junior Tag Team Champion with Tiger Mask. Think about that, Robbie Eagles and Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask doesn't spend his time with just anyone. And Solo needs to ignore this while Robbie Eagles needs to absolutely feed off it. Solo is just taking it to Eagles.
Oh, yeah. He's giving the crowd their chant back to them, and he's really thoroughly enjoying himself right now, Rose.
Kick out at 2 by Robbie Eagles again. He's loving this. It's a long flight here to Australia. You got to enjoy yourself when you're here.
I'm suggesting you just spent 14 hours studying film of Eagles' past matches because he is anticipating Robbie's every move at the moment.
Can someone explain to me how bad luck Fale and Mulu get on a plane? Do they just book a whole plane to themselves and lie in the aisles? Because they're huge.
I can tell you, they fly first class.
Oh, what, on a cargo plane? And now this is dangerous. I know it's going to surprise you, but this is dangerous for Solo. Because if you slow, no, don't mess with the bandana. Oh no, here's a pin. Kick out at 2. You not mess with Robbie Eagles' bandanas. That's a really bad move.
Eagles will not be posterized in that way, Rose. No way.
The moment Eagles regains consciousness here, he's going to be really angry about this. But Solo has been smart here. He's grounded the sniper. One of the highest flyers in this country has been absolutely grounded. He doesn't look too half bad with the bandana, though. I will say that.
No, it's kind of fetching, kind of rakish. I tell you, if I was a judge of wrestling, and I'm no good at it, but I've got Solo well in front of him. And I was surprising myself as I utter those very words.
He kind of looks like a flute player in Golgor Bordello. There's a shout out for the gypsy music fans in the crowd. Robbie Eagles over the top, flicks through. There he goes, takes out the knee. There's the sniper in full effect. The full speed strike. And now Robbie can get some gas into those lungs. He is absolutely spent. And Solo's got the back of his head to worry about now.
Critically, he separated the bandana from Solo's head as well, which was important.
As you notice, all the weakness in Solo just evaporate out of him the moment that bandana goes. There's something in that fabric.
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be something in it.
And it's Australian fabric, I want to point out.
Yes, yes. Only the best Aussie wool.
Finest weavers in the world here.
It's the bandanas that John West rejects. And here's a kick to the wall. Just, you feel that through the room, don't you? Boom! Every time.
Well, it is a band room. The acoustics are excellent.
Yeah, fantastic. It's just reverberating around this room. Okay. Robbie needs the support of the Tamashii fans, though. Goes for another running blow. Solo again scouts well. Catches it. Robbie's got to be... into the knee. Reversal by Eagles. Solo off the ropes now. Eagles with a beautiful leaping kick. This is back and forth stuff, and it's picture perfect from both of them. They love Eagles in this country. Getting up speed, double off the ropes, triple now, fourth time, 5. Can he go any faster? He's about to go back in time as he hits 88 miles per hour with a flying knee. That is speed. I'm dizzy.
Blinding speed from Eagles, who a couple of minutes ago was looking like he might have lost his legs a little bit, but he's certainly recovered now, and I think he's relied on the Tamashii audience's support to get him to where he is now.
Absolutely. You feed off the crowd. It's sometimes all you can pay attention to when you're in that ring. Your ears are buzzing, your head's aching, but you can hear that crowd chanting your name, and Robbie absolutely feeds off that.
Good result for the 619 there for Eagles, and now the double knees.
He's just absolutely picking apart Solo now. Here's a pin. 2. A kick out before the 3 by Solo. Robbie Eagles holds that leg down, though. The sniper will take your legs out. We know the Ron Miller special is a submission finisher by the great Australian Ron Miller, keeping that tradition alive. Australian wrestling tradition. It's deeper than you think, and we're here to tell the world about it. And here we go, we get a woo. It's like we're at a Sixers game. As the kicks come in, he looks for the figure 4, but instead he just drops to his knees and almost snaps Solo's shin in 2 places.
I think he's recognised it's a little bit premature for the Ron Miller.
He needs to work on that leg. He needs to do it. Solo gets a bit of space, but he's grabbing that left leg. He's limping. Now Eagles over onto the apron in the corner. Solo goes for the punch. Eagles blocks it, sends one for his own springboard off the top. Oh! Solo catches him with a massive drop kick mid-air. Wow! Did you see that, Chris? Robbie Eagles flew across the ring, and Solo, in one leaping moment, almost twisted his body to connect on the drop kick.
Sweet, surprising, and superb athleticism there from Solo Rose. Can you believe it's 10 minutes already as the call came? It has just raced past this match.
But that is just, you know, it's one thing to hit a drop kick on someone flying across the ring, but to adjust yourself like that from the position we were in, Solo adjusted mid-air. That is top-level agility right there to catch Robbie Eagles. And now Robbie's got to be winded out of that. He's knocked all the wind out of his guts. And now all both men can do is rise to their knees and literally fumble around trying to find your opponent's face and throw a forearm. Like just the level of athleticism at Tamashii is incredible. Every match is competitors pushing themselves to new limits. Who will get the better of this exchange? Like we said, do not underestimate Robbie Eagles. He's thrown down in plenty of fistfights in his life. It's an Australian rite of passage, Chris. Oh, Solo getting the upper hand here. The blows keep coming by Solo. He thinks he's got the better of this. Eagles spins, back kick into the guts. Eagles now over the top. Underneath the spinning arm. Grabs the leg. Oh, almost had him, but again, another reversal by Solo. Gets the shoulders down too. Eagles kicks out before the 3. Solo! Oh, pops back up into a spinning kick to the face. Eagles did not see that coming. And Solo's up the top, quick, smart. dangerous position. Solo incoming. Oh, a huge stop from the top. This is a huge upset. 2, 3. Oh, and Robbie Eagles just kicks out and stays alive. But Solo smells blood, Chris. Oh, my goodness. Package DDT. Here's a pin. 2, 3. Oh, my goodness. Chris, Robbie Eagles cannot do many more of those.
Millisecond away from defeat there, Robbie Eagles rose. That's an incredible flurry of offense there from Aaron Solo.
He felt it there. I thought that was going to be the upset of the night. Aaron Solo getting a huge victory over Robbie Eagles in the main event of Tamashii. Would be on the front page of every wrestling media source in this country tomorrow if that happened. It's very, very possible by how we've seen this match go so far. This is 2 international talents, and you want to walk away saying you got to win over a former New Japan champion. And Solo with the knees, but Robbie Eagles, I mean, the reason he's so great is the levels that he can go to in that world of pain, in that world of exhaustion. He rolls through, 2. Solo kicks out, we continue. Solo, again, he's very impressive at getting straight back into the action, isn't he, Solo?
Yep.
He doesn't waste any time. He knows that Eagles, the sniper, cannot be given any space whatsoever. You got to straitjacket him in the match. This is a risk by Solo right here, putting Eagles up in his favorite place in a ring. Sitting on the top now, Solo, they're right in front of us here. This is dangerous. Solo again looking to do real danger from the top. Eagles needs to strike his way out of this. Gets a couple shots to the kidneys. Another forearm sends Solo out.
They were really strong shots in this stage of the match, Rose, from Robbie Eagles there.
He knows how dangerous. Another springboard by Eagles. And that's classic Robbie Eagles. Takes out the knee that he's been working on. And Eagles feels possibly the Ron Miller special. No, he goes. Solo rolls him up. Oh, and Robbie kicks out of the 2. Stays alive again. Huge super kick. And once again, Solo is the quickest man back up in this match every time. Eagles through. Drops Solo. Will he go for a pin here? It's taken him a while. 2. And just that amount of time, Chris, gave Solo enough energy. But again, now Robbie Eagles so quickly back up. Chris, this match is 1,000,000 miles an hour. Robbie to the top, the high red district. Eagles in his happy place. Incoming! Oh, 450 on the leg. Eagles smells blood. Rolls Solo through into the Ron Miller special. And Solo's in big trouble in the middle of the ring. Can the sniper of the sky submit Solo and do it again at Tamashii in front of his home crowd? And Solo taps!
Your winner of this match as a result of a submission, the sniper of the skies, Robbie Eagles!
A fantastic night at Tamashii, full of heart and strong, never giving up attitude. Solo once again brought it to Robbie Eagles like we've never seen before, Chris.
Solo took Eagles out of his comfort zone continuously, but Robbie Eagles has the heart of a champion, Rose, simply because he is a champion.
A representation of everything that Australia and New Zealand works for. Robbie Eagles stands tall as we say goodbye to you once again from Tamashii. Thank you everyone for joining us.